Hi, it's Rachel. So this is my video on genetic controls media share discussion. So the first thing, so the moral issue here is, should we be creating designer babies? So is it fair to say that you don't want a child who has an illness, or should you be allowed to pick and choose what your child looks like, such as the hair color, the eye color, even the sex of the baby? I feel that there should be stipulations on designer babies. I feel that you should be able to know enough about your child as far as diseases and the sex of your baby, but to be able to select like their height and the intelligence, to me that's just, it's too far. Just because a parent can design their child a certain way doesn't mean that the child will grow up and do what they're expecting. Like, I get that you need to protect your child, but there are things in the world that will happen unexpectedly, such as your kids, everyone has their own mindset. So if you're selecting your child to grow up and be this perfect kid who's so smart, who's going to go into, like, for example, a business degree because of their intelligence, and your child ends up getting into the world and they become an alcoholic or drug addict, like, these are the things that are going to happen unexpectedly no matter how good you try and plan for your child. So like a clear mission statement will explain to parents and people what the company is doing and who they are doing it for. So for example, an infertility clinic can state they're empowering parents with information and ideas about their embryo's mental and physical health by pre-implantation genetic diagnostics. So don't feel that a religious-based institute would take on designer babies, because God states that you should love everyone, no matter what their stipulations are on their life. So in the Bible, God states in John 3, the Father loves the Son and has placed all things in his hands. Whoever believes in the Son has eternal life. Whoever rejects the Son will not see life. Instead, the wrath of God remains on him. So as far as a research-based organization, I hope that they realize that it's a healthcare. So what they need to be focusing on is issues that the parents may have as far as the health of the baby, instead of the small things such as the intelligence and the height. Because once again, things like that, your kid is not going to be who you picked them out to be. They're going to be who you imagine them to be as far as how you've raised them. But you do have to remember at the same time that everybody has their own brain, so everybody functions differently. Just because you think your child should think a certain way doesn't mean that they're going to necessarily think a certain way, no matter how you design them. That's all I have on this. Ask me any questions that you have. Thanks.